If you're going to a job where you're sitting in the parking lot crying in the car before you go in the door, in a relationship and it's causing you grief, let that door close. In your life, so we talked about those circumstances that you may be going through. So whether that's in health, your finances, relationships, like whatever it is, on your job, if you're hitting a wall or you're constantly getting resistance or pushback, or you're just not going forward, or whatever, things aren't changing, and it's a lot of frustration there, really take a step back, like outside of your mind and outside of your emotions. Take a step back from that situation and really ask yourself, like, is this door trying to close really? Right? Because that's a lot of times that's what's happening. God wants to take you somewhere, and you can't get there. He wants you to walk through another door, but you can't get through that door until you close the one that you're facing, right? So a lot of times, just let that door close. Think about the emotions that you have while you're in those situations. So if you're in a relationship and it's causing you pain and heartache and grief, like, take a step back and really evaluate those emotions and ask yourself, am I feeling this way like most of the time when I'm dealing with this person or these people, right? Or if it's your job, if you're going to a job where you're sitting in the parking lot crying in the car before you go in the door, which I've been there and I did it for like 5 years, and we can talk about that later. But if you are going to a job that you absolutely hate and it is causing you so much anxiety and depression and sadness and hopelessness, if it's causing you those emotions, step back and ask yourself, like, I'm not moving forward in this job. I keep butting heads, whatever that resistance may look like in that job. If those emotions are negative and it's causing you grief, that door is probably trying to close. So think about it. Same with your finances. Like, if you keep going through the same thing, not having no money, every other paycheck, your account's negative. Hey guys, so really quick, if you're enjoying this content, please hit that subscribe button. I want you to like it, share it with those you care about, and I want to hear from you guys. So in the comments below, let me know what doors closed in your life that worked in your favor. I've been there too. If that's happening over and over again, you got to step back and ask yourself, like, what's really going on? Right? Because there's something I'm doing that needs to change. Let that door close. So think about that. And just know that, you are victorious. You will succeed no matter what. Like, you're protected. You are protected. Your family is protected. Your finances are protected. Your relationships are protected. Like, everything pertaining to your success and well-being is protected if you have that faith and if you depend on God. And I know sometimes it can feel like hopeless and hard, and like, but man, like, I ain't got no money to pay my bills, or like, you ask yourself all these different questions. You're thinking too far ahead. You're in the future instead of being in this present moment. You're thinking about the past. Like, don't do that. Think about 3 trials or situations that you went through in the past. And in retrospect, think back, like, for real, didn't you come out okay in those situations? Like, it may not have turned out the way you wanted them to in that moment, but at the end of the day, like, you were good, right? Like, you can admit that God took care of you in that situation. So really think about that. Really consider that. If you're going through something like right now in your life, open your mouth and declare that victory. Don't sit back in those emotions. Don't stay in the future thinking about what could happen. Don't stay stuck in that past thinking about what could have happened. Like, speak that victory right now, no matter what you're going through. You will overcome that. I'm not broke. Riches are coming my way. Wealth is coming my way. It's already done. God promised it to you. Don't go one more day being unhappy or being unsuccessful. Watch these videos here and finally make that change.